Welcome back, chapter 20. When my doorbell rang later, I thought it was Corinthia returning, but it was Cinnamon. Wave! She turned and said to the babies, who were in the back seat waving like windshield wipers on high. They were even cuter and fatter than the last time I saw them, and when they started laughing, if I wasn't mistaken, those little white things pushed out on top of their gums looked like teeth. Hi, Grandma. We were just coming from Whole Foods, and I thought I'd take a chance on dropping by. And guess what? She asked, and then kissed me on both cheeks and gave me a squeeze. I can begin to guess, sweetie. I can't begin to guess, sweetie, I said as I waved to the twins. A few weeks ago, one of the producers at The Voice heard me singing and thinks I might have potential. I've always felt that way, Senna. Well, I won't be auditioning on camera anytime soon, but it was really nice to hear that. Hey, I've been wanting to ask you, who's been watching Pretty and Handsome while you're at work? Aunt Odessa. What did you just say? Only for a few hours until Jonas get home. That's nice, I said, lying. Why didn't they ask me? It's not like my schedule was full. It's awfully kind of her considering she's never been around babies. They like her. And I didn't know Aunt Dessa could sing. She can? She's got a great voice. Maybe I got my talent from her. Can you sing, Grandma? No. Anyway, keep your fingers crossed for me and invite us over soon because Pretty and Handsome would love to crawl around your hardwood floors and climb in your bathtub. But I have to put them down for their naps, and mine too. This made me laugh. Hey, Senna, I have a surprise for you. Can you give me a hint, Grandma? Well, you know how Mom's house is pretty much finished except for the crack in the pool? Well, once it's fixed, I am also having a safety fence installed, and I was thinking maybe you and Jonas and Pretty and Handsome might want to live there. She covered her mouth. And then I saw tears falling from her eyes. And then she hugged me. And then she started jumping up and down and clapping. And the twins started jumping up and down in their car seats and clapping too. We've already been inside and we love the renovations, she said. Who let you in? Aunt Odessa. She still has a key. It's our dream house, Grandma, and we don't know what you would want us to pay each month, but nothing. And then she hugged me so hard my breast flattened. You have a kind heart and soul to match, Grandma. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I can't wait to tell Jonas. I'll let you know when everything is finished. But how soon do you think you would want to move in? Would yesterday be too soon? And then she kissed me on both cheeks and my nose. And right after she left, I went straight to Western Union. Is the coast clear? Corinthia asked when I answered the phone. Yes and no, I said. I was just lying across the bed and apparently had dozed off. Peggy wore you out again, huh? What did she have to say? Jalecia is pregnant. No, please don't tell me she's having a baby at 41 years old. She's not. Can we talk later, Cole? How much later? You want to come over and watch Netflix? We can order something from Grubhub and then you can tell me your good news. I can't. I have a date. Or should I say another date with the same man. And this will make our fifth date. This is my good freaking news. I think I might be falling in love, Lo. I sat straight up. Did I just hear you right, Cole? Girl, yes you did. His name is Henry, but he doesn't look like a Henry. Is he black? Yes. How'd you meet him? On my dating site, child. Lo, whenever you feel like you're ready to put yourself out there, you let me know. I will tell you how to find a date on a great senior site. No riffraff. Interesting older men who are still very much alive. Oh, and I'm sorry for saying that. No apologies necessary, Cole. I get it. And he knows how to take just the right amount of Viagra, not like Mr. Roto-Rooter. Whew, I can't even believe this, but congratulations. So when's the wedding? We haven't decided yet. I jumped off the bed, then flopped back down. BB King sauntered in the room and looked at me as if to ask what all the excitement was about. What? I was just kidding. This is a lot for me to take in right now, Cole. So let me just digest it and then tell me again tomorrow so I can make sure it's true. Oh, it's truer than true. And you know why? Because we don't get a do-over, and I have never married, and what the fuck? I'm going to do it. And if it lasts 3 weeks or 3 years, what do I have to lose? Does Henry have his own money? Lots of it. Good. That's something. How old is he? 65, but he looks 56. Have you told the girls? No, I don't know if I want to yet. Poochie's focusing on her surgeries, and plus, she doesn't understand anything about passion. I think Sadie is now celibate to make up for being a whore. And Lucky, well, she's just too opinionated. Which reminds me, Lucky has guaranteed that she's finally having us for dinner at her house next week. And she's cooking. Hallelujah. Anyway, I'll tell them about Henry once I know we've crossed the finish line. I know I can trust you to keep your mouth shut, can't I? I'm not even going to answer that, but this is exciting. I can't even imagine having sex with anybody except Carl, and I don't care if I ever do. He will want you to, and one day you might want to, honey. You're not dead down there, are you? There are occasional stirrings. Well, let me tell you, ain't nothing like some warm arms around you, something warm and stiff inside you. I think I still remember Cole, but I'm good right now. Can you let Poochie know about dinner? I'll text her. Her surgery isn't until a week after next. She says she doesn't want us to come to the hospital. So obviously we will be waiting for her in the recovery room. And don't worry, Lo. We'll help you help Jalecia. She is going to be okay as long as you don't give up on her. I can't and I won't. And I love you, Cole. And I love you too, Huzzy. But I'm still only giving you a few more weeks to get your black behind in one of my hip hop classes before I drag you myself. In the morning, I called Dr. Alex's office. Hello, this is Laretha Curry. I know, I can see your name on a caller ID. What can I do for you, Miss Curry? Are you new? Yes, my name is Cecilia. Is there something I can help you with? Well, it's been a while since Dr. Alex, and actually, you're due for your physical. Did you get your reminder by mail? No, I didn't. I sent it over a week ago. Do you check your mail on a regular basis, Miss Curry? Most of the time. She was getting on my nerves, and this felt more like an interrogation. She was not friendly enough to be a receptionist, but then Dr. Alex wasn't friendly enough to be a doctor either. I'd just been too lazy to find another one, but soon. Well, Cecilia said, and then I heard her say, just fill that out and please don't forget to turn it over. Hello? I said just for the hell of it. I'm so sorry, Miss Curry. I'm here alone. Anyway, we can schedule it now if you like. Are you having any medical issues the doctor should be aware of? No. Was there a reason for your call besides scheduling your checkup? Now that you mention it, I was calling to ask about getting an order to take the A1C test. No problem. I can see it's been 4 months, and the doctor suggests you have one every 3 months. Have you been feeling drowsy, tired, thirsty? Sometimes, but not all the time. That's not good, Miss Curry, but I can send over a request for you right now. Thank you. Considered it done. And as soon as the doctor gets your results, she'll call if she's concerned about anything. Thank you. I made an appointment, and as soon as I hung up, made one for the A1C test. I could not believe I was able to get one for the next morning at 6. I admit I was nervous because I had not been doing everything I should have been doing to deal with my disease, which is what it is. Truth be told, I hadn't changed much of anything. I still ate the same foods, just not often. I had not been exercising, although I had been meaning to. I suppose that new number was going to tell me the truth. I knew I've been bullshitting myself, but because being diabetic doesn't hurt every day, it didn't feel like I really had to. It's hurting every day, honey. But I promised myself I was going to do better, starting tonight. Because right before I called the doctor's office, I had had 2 thick pieces of French toast with butter, drenched with maple syrup, 2 strips of bacon, a glass of orange juice, a cup of coffee, with 2 packets of Splendor. Mm, 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 mm. Whew. I bought Jaleesa the best insurance possible, but I used my address instead of Peggy's. Jaleesa still hadn't wanted to see or talk to me. It's been almost a week since Peggy came by. I was sitting on the front porch throwing a ball to BB King, who walked to get it when Peggy called. First of all, Jaleesa is not pregnant anymore. Hello to you too, Peggy. Secondly, thank you for getting her insurance so fast. This is really good coverage. I've already been doing some research, and with this kind of plan, I'll be able to find her a good psychologist and psychiatrist. She's probably going to need both. How can you say that, Peggy? Because they do 2 different things. Wait a minute. You don't know my daughter. You think you do. But you're seeing her at her worst. And since you're not a doctor, I would appreciate it if you would stop trying to diagnose her. Okay, but when was the last time you spent any time around her to tell me that? Around her tell me that. She has to distance herself from the entire family, including her daughter. Don't you think there's a reason for it? Of course there is, but I don't think you're qualified to diagnose her. That's all I'm saying. You're right. I need to see my daughter, Peggy. She's not quite ready to see you because she knows it's going to be a confrontation. Just do this, Laretha. Give her a minute to get her head on straight. Now that she's got insurance, I can try to coax her into talking to somebody. Would you just let me try? Okay, but Peggy, promise me you'll let me know what she decides. Of course I will. She's in good hands. I promise you that. I believed her. Because I had to. You know, she also got other needs that I don't have the financial means to see to. So if you would put another couple $100 into my account, I would really appreciate it. Jaleesa may be suffering, but not when it comes to her appetite. They've started to recognize me at Western Union. I can't. Did you finally get a housekeeper? I yelled to Lucky because I thought I was in the wrong house. It was spotless. As usual, I was the first to arrive, but it was because I wanted to be helpful. Not really. I was just being nosy and wanted to see what mood Lucky was in. When she heard me, she came from down the hall in a pretty purple paisley muumuu. I couldn't believe she had on makeup, and somebody had improved her perm. She also wore orange earrings that dangled and matched some of the orange swirls in her dress. If I wasn't mistaken, Lucky even had on some kind of perfume. Hey you, she said in a tone I hadn't heard in years. It was nice. No, I didn't get a housekeeper. I got 3. They come in here and in 1 hour, they're out the front door. It took me long enough. So, what brought this on, Lucky? You couldn't come up with yet another lame-ass excuse as to why we couldn't have dinner here, huh? Yes and no. I was just tired of living in a pig pen, and Joe said something to me about it one night. What? Honestly, he said he didn't understand what was happening to me. No, what has happened to me. He said I used to care how I looked. I used to be sweet. Do you remember when I was sweet? Do you remember when I was ever sweet, Lo? No, but I wasn't having sex with you. Oh, shut up and let me finish because I don't want to talk about this at dinner. Anyway, so then he said that both of us needed to lose weight because we shouldn't be the cause of our own deaths. And then he said he really didn't want a divorce. He just wanted us to be nice to each other, and he was lonely sleeping in the guest house. Ooh, I love hearing this, Lucky. I love Joe. We all love Joe. Why wouldn't you want to share this with everybody? Because instead of talking about what I want to do, I want to do it first, and then you all will respect me more. I have been a mean bitch for too long, and I don't even like myself. I don't know how you guys have tolerated me all these years. Because we love you, that's why. We know you don't mean to be a bitch, but you're a bitch. Did you go to Sadie's new church or something? No. Do you remember that TV show Scared Straight? Carl used to watch it. Well, my weight and losing a man I've loved for more than 40 years has scared the hell out of me. I'm going to be 70 fucking years old this year, Lo. Well, that makes two of us, Corinthia said. 3, Sadie said. How much did you guys hear? Lucky asked. Everything we needed to. And they rushed over and hugged Lucky. So, did you guys carpool? No, Corinthia said. We Ubered. Poochie should probably be here soon too. She used to be the first one here back in the day. So, Sadie said, walking over to the picture windows and looking at all the lit up homes sprinkled throughout the hills. It was truly magical to see, especially now that Lucky actually had the shades up. What are we having that smells so good? And are there any appetizers? I'm keeping it simple. We're having marinated ribeyes, steamed brown rice, no bread, a salad with oil and vinegar, and sparkling water for me and Laretha, right, Lo? Hell yeah. And for dessert? Sadie asked suspiciously. Fruit salad. Take it or leave it. Did you have a few hits before you got here? Corinthia asked. No, I'm tired of living in a goddamn fog. I want to know how to think on my own again. I want to feel whatever I feel and see what I see clearly. Plus, I'm tired of it stinking up the entire fucking house. I want Joe to move back in, and we want to get a dog, and I just want to live better. I concur, Sadie said. But can we try for a change to start cutting back on the profanity just a little bit? No, Lucky said. Sometimes there's no other fucking word that will do. Black folks. And we all laughed. Okay, so go wash your hands and everybody grab a plate. Dish out whatever you want and take a seat. Aren't we going to wait for Poochie? She should be here in a minute. Poochie's never late. Then let's wait for her, I said. Yeah, let's, Cole said. You're right, Lucky said. Sadie nodded in agreement. 5 minutes passed, then 10, then 15. Call her, Lucky said, and we all grabbed our cell phones. I'll call, I said. It went straight to voicemail. We dropped our plates on the counter, and when we heard one fall on the floor and crack, nobody cared. We piled into my car and drove straight to Poochie's senior apartment, and when we saw her car in her parking space, we took 2 elevators up to her floor and ran to her door. We pounded on it and yelled her name over and over and over, but we did not get an answer. That's the end of chapter 20. Is Poochie okay? Wait a minute. What? I don't know. Poochie is the friend that lost the weight so she can get the double knee surgery. What could possibly happen to Poochie? I don't know, but we'll find out. But Peggy again, right? She's doing okay. She's doing a good thing for Jalecia. It's her delivery that I'm having a problem with because I just don't like the fact that she's making it seem like Laretha don't know her daughter. or anything like that, and not taking into consideration that Jalecia is not trying to give her mother any chance to get to know her or get to the bottom of anything. It's just send me money so I can take care of your daughter. It's almost like child support, like really. But Jalecia is 41 years old, and Laretha is just going to keep doing it because it's her daughter. She don't want to give up on her. But I'm just not agreeing with the fact that Peggy is the middle person. Thank you, Peggy, for taking care of. But Laretha don't have any proof that that's what Peggy's doing. Like, every time Laretha says she want to see her, Peggy got an excuse why she can't see her. What is that about? I think I would have been put my foot down, and I would have been over there to see with my own eyes, hear with my own, ears what Jalecia is doing and saying and stuff like that. It's time to stop paying Peggy, either whether she know it or not, subconsciously, of taking care of her daughter. I think it's time for you to nix Peggy out the picture. But that's all I got to say. I guess we'll find out what happened to Poochie. See you in the next chapter. Bye for now.